Switch over here. Gonna push myself into the corner. Go ahead and quieten the music. Yeah, Vampire Survivors. Yeah, last time we were in here, it was Emerald Diorama, right? The Saga crossover. Emerald something. It wasn't Diorama, it was like Emerald something else, but yeah. It was pretty cool. But recently, they've been doing a string of announcements, right? So kind of started with just like several updates. They have like their usual free update that adds a new map and like a new character and some new items and stuff. They also announced a big 2.0 update to their Ode to Castlevania expansion. So now that one has like more characters, more unions, and more music to play with. So that became an even better value. And then the latest thing they announced, like actually a few days ago, was a Balatro crossover. Yeah, so now they got like Balatro stuff in here. They have characters from Balatro and weapons from Balatro, and I think a stage based on Balatro also. It's a free expansion, right? Much like Emerald Diorama, it's its own separate thing. So you just go to your store of choice, get the expansion, and then you can go enjoy all the Balatro stuff. It's a pretty fair amount for a free expansion. There's like 4 characters, 4 weapons, 4 evolutions, 1 stage, a new track, which is pretty neat actually. It's kind of like in the vein of the emergency meeting track, which took was the ambient theme of Among Us and just made it insanely catchy. Like, kind of thing that you could probably think, yeah, you know, if they had this at like a video game dance party or something, yeah, I could see that, right? Okay. So, from what I've read, as per tradition, we're gonna pick a character from the last expansion, which is gonna be Emerald Diorama. I believe this is an Emerald Diorama character, so now you do have to go to another place to actually unlock it. And that was, where is it? Page Moonglow, yeah. A big exclamation point. Oh yeah, they have another relic here, right? A new relic. Kind of funny. This kind of looks like a shield, right? But I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like a pixel spade orb. But yeah, you go in here. Just wait for it to load. There we go. To be honest, it's not really gonna matter what I get, because the main thing I'm here for is a particular item. Where's that again? Or do I have to like purchase that from someone? You maybe? Okay. Maybe you. Oh, wow, yeah, we'll pick a card or comment. No, not here either. Oh. Okay, it's definitely somewhere. I thought I'd look things up enough when it said, you know, you gotta go to Moonglow and then you'll be able to go to a shop and then purchase something there, but maybe I should have looked into it a little bit more. Maybe it's that thing over there? The blue flame thing? Don't worry, we'll be able to do some Balatro goodness soon. Oh, wait, are you it? Oh yeah, yeah. Huh, okay. Oh, so I needed you to get this as well. I wonder if this is how they're gonna be. I wonder if this will be how they'll do the free DLCs. Or maybe the DLCs from here on out. You just like go to this one merchant in Moonglow and they'll sell you the item you need to enter the new stage. But yeah, now we'll be able to enter the Ante Chamber. Get it? Ante Chamber? Kind of like Ante Chamber. How do you pronounce it? I usually pronounce it Ante, but I imagine some people do pronounce it Ante. Which makes the pun work a lot better if you say it like that, I imagine. I don't know, we don't even need to go through the rest of this, right? I can just quit. Honestly, I'm not, like, hurting for resources. You saw I had, like, 999,999 coins there. I can just, like, bop out of here. Ah, 23 level corporate. Oh. Defeat a total of... Okay. This must be, related to the other update they did, but we're probably due mostly Ante Chamber. If we get through that, I might check out some of the 2.0 Castlevania stuff, but... Okay, I guess we'll have to find our first character to play as in the Ante Chamber somewhere. Alright, we'll turn off Inverse. We don't want to do that. Okay, let's go. Got to hear this. Oh. Okay, I forgot. There are certain characters that are just gonna overwrite the theme of whatever the stage theme is. I think this character is one of them. But look at that. We're just on the balatro board, right? Yeah, this is the balatro interface right here. We're just walking on it, right? Pretty wild to think about. Okay. I'm not particularly concerned with picking stuff up here. Oh, does this stage loop? It's kind of funny. I like the little roaming bat has Jimbo's body on it. Jimbo's a talking head. What's your excuse? Oh yeah, that was the other thing they had. I think they finally have online co-op out, so I think you can now play Vampire Survivors online with your buddies. So that's pretty neat, right? Nice thing is it's not as restrictive as local co-op is, right? Everyone can kind of go off on their own direction. You don't need to be on the same screen, so you can really divide and conquer if you want to. So that's pretty neat. Maybe I should do that with my friends. A while ago, we did remote play and did local co-op, and we had a pretty good time with that. I'm sure they'd be absolutely willing to have a go at playing online with this. Also, just means that I get like the first passive automatically. I got this like this little Jimbo bus just kind of shooting coins at people. Also, that is taking directly from my money, right? They're shooting coins from my stash, which is fine, right? I'm not hurting for money, so whatever, right? If you wanna chuck coins at people and feed them that way, that's totally cool. How far away is this coffin? Good lord! I hope I can get to it before time runs out. I probably will. I shouldn't be worried. Much like any DLC map, right? You gotta unlock the first character in the DLC by finding the particular coffin on the map. Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Emerald dioramas characters have the showstopper, their desperation move. Like any coffin, you gotta defeat all the enemies around it before putting the coffin inside. I used to be able to skip this. Okay. Yeah, speed up by 20%. Very neat. Here we go. Thank you, Lita Carrix, but the vampire is in another coffin. You all say the same thing. But we have like several vampires on our side now. That's kind of the thing. Well, I guess if you don't have the Castlevania expansion, you're still not going to have any vampires. Or will you? But anyways, we got Jimbo. Oh my god, Jimbo has legs. Holy moly. I do like that. For crossovers, they just kind of just take some of the Jokers from Balatro and give them a bit more character. It's the same deal with like Monster Train 2, right? Monster Train 2 has a special event where you can like run into the folks from Balatro, and you can actually get like some of the Jokers as artifacts in that game, and they'll give you some effects that are fairly analogous to what you can get in Balatro, so that's like pretty amusing. This game obviously takes it a little further, so now some of the Jokers will be like actual established characters and everything. Now what is it? Are you a boss? Oh, you're blind! Okay, a blind just given form, of course, since we're not playing poker against folks in Vampire Survivors, we gotta do this. What other games did Balatro crossover with, right? It was this game, it was Monster Train 2, and oh yeah, Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver probably had like the most authentic Balatro experience though, because you were like actually playing Balatro as a little in-universe minigame. So that was pretty amusing, right? Oh, I could get more passive, so I guess little clown head here. Does it count, I guess? Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I haven't seen them as an upgrade choice, so I wonder if they have like an alternative upgrade method, or is like just something I'm not aware of yet. Also, I'm not sure if that was automatic. Okay, might have been. Because that time the done prompt appeared right away, as opposed to just like wait for a moment. Okay. Well, maybe I should head on back, right? So I can grab some of this other stuff that I missed out on earlier. Okay, it's escape. I press escape to skip it. Oh, hey, I evolved a glaive. You know, as far as like melee weapons go, if I were to wield one, right, even though I'm like a ranged mage, if I had to like maybe you know, get into a tussle, right, get up close and personal, I'll probably wield a pole arm of some sort. I feel like that would still give me some measure of reach, right, allow me to try to keep some distance still, but still allow me to kind of get up a little more close and personal. So yeah, that's probably what I do. It's only a matter of time, but I really wanted to like do some lore bits, right? It's like maybe just get some characters established, right? Get their designs kind of set, and maybe figure out a story or two. Right, I want to try that. I want to try writing a story. Also, is it just me or are these sprites like larger? They were larger, right? I wasn't imagining that. Although it looks like the clover is regular size. Whoa. I don't own the clover, so. Oh, is this like because of the Arcana chest? That might be it. Also, potted plants. I don't remember if they were thinking of Balatro. Like, obviously, the Joker busts, obviously, Balatro. Potted plants are probably like, oh, wait, there we go. Alter Saboteur, gain 200 gold points? Oh, an ammo refill. Well, that's for level 2, right? They might have other things. Oh, I think I see the coins got bigger. Yeah, we have all our slots filled, so barring any special chests, what we have is what we get. Hey, I'm not like too particularly concerned without getting evos and stuff, because my upgrades are like enough that I could probably get by with maybe, I probably don't even need Evos at this point. I can probably just like get by with what I have currently, right? But it's fine, right? I think Vampire Survivor is kind of long past the point in which, you know, survival is a challenge. Now it's just about, like, getting all the carrots on the stick, right? Finding all the evolutions and items and characters, ticking off every checkbox out there. On that note, I really need to, like, go back and finally finish Castlevania, do all the extra Castlevania stuff, and then go and wrap up Emerald Diorama. And then check out all, like, the extra post-launch stuff that they had since then. I used to be, like, pretty good at, just, like, getting all the achievements for... getting the achievement complete whenever the update rolled out, but... I guess I fell off. I mean, it's a natural falling out, right? Like, you know... Some people might be able to stick with the game for a really long time, but even that can have its limits, and that's okay. You know? Doesn't mean the game is bad for it, just means, you know, you're moving on. That's fine. It's a natural order of things. What is that blue heart? Huh. Here. Oh yeah, let's get that one. Certainly plenty of room for them to expand now, because they got, like, Darkana that they can fill out. I'm sure once they get the Darkana filled out, they'll have, like, some sort of other power creep system that they can throw in there if they really wanna. You know what the best part about this is? If people thought there were gonna be, like, 5 announcements, because that's what they had, like 5 face-down cards related to 5 announcements. It certainly had some over time, but following the Balatro announcement, they revealed 2 more! There's a silver card and a gold card. They haven't said anything about them yet, but I imagine in the coming weeks we'll see what they are. And you know what? It's been actually a whole year since their last paid expansion. That's right. The Ode to Castlevania was the last paid thing they've had. That was last year, so... I saw some people speculate that the gold card could be their next paid DLC, which, hey, imagine most people are like, about time, right? We want to give you more money, Ponkel. Let us give you more money. I guess we'll just see, right? What could it be? I feel like crossovers are probably going to be the direction they take from here on out. I know I've said before that I want to see, like, more original universe content. They certainly got space for that, but I can also understand that crossovers are going to be what draws the people in, so that's probably what they want to focus on, and that's fine, right? These guys tend to do pretty good with doing their crossover subjects justice, so I'll look forward to it, right? Whatever it may be, I'll look forward to it. Okay, what should I grab here? I just didn't pick something that ups my power, so let's get Candle Barbador. Ooh, Evo? Oh yeah, okay, we got the upgraded Echo Knight. That was from the Moon Spell. Yeah, I think about it. They've only had, like, 2 original universe crossover, or 2 original universe pieces of content, right? It was Moonspell and Fuscari, and then after that they had it was Emergency Meeting, right? Among Us, which caught people by surprise, and then they had Operation Guns, which also caught people by surprise, and then Ode to Castlevania, which also caught people by surprise. They're like, oh, haha, Contra, right? Aha, very funny. The other retro franchise that Konami has that is not Castlevania. Very good. And then they did the Castlevania one, and that was pretty glorious. And then that's what they had their free period. They had the Saga stuff, and then now Balatro. You know, I did read up on the way the Saga thing came about. Apparently, from what I read, it was like a passion thing, right? It wasn't like Square Enix kind of came to them with like some sort of package deal. It's like, all right, you gotta do a Saga crossover, and then we'll give you this other stuff. You know, they just the Saga team wanted to see this happen, so they came to Pompo. I was like, yeah, let's make this happen, and then they made it happen. So pretty cool. I mean, they already have a Saga reference in here, right? And to be fair, I would have not known this was a Saga reference if I did not have a friend who was like super into the Saga series to point this out to me. But you know that No Future weapon, right? The one that's like the evolution of the Ricochet Stone and like the armor, I want to say, yeah, that's very much a that's a Saga reference. Apparently it's like one of the attacks like one of the bosses in one of the games uses, so that's quite the cut. I imagine every Saga fan was probably marking out when they saw that, though. Oh my god, it's a Saga reference! Same way people marked out when, High Five Rush did their Saga reference. Like, no shot, right? You're gonna do it in a character action game like this? What? What are those? I think those are just, like, stat boosters. Okay, this must be a deliberate design change. I wonder... No, that one's an existing item. I wonder if it's bigger. That means it's, like, outside of your regular inventory. Maybe it's a visual glitch. See, I've barely been able to keep above 1,000 points here because my little friend here has just been shooting them out, just firing them out like a shotgun. He's a joker with a shotgun, fighting till the war's won. He don't care if heaven won't take him back. Oh, no. I keep forgetting I can press escape. Let's see, I don't get anything from you. Can't get anything from you. I like how the guy in the rockery hangs around, but you only get one shot to buy what you want for the jester, and then he just like fucks off. That is how he was originally designed, so hey, fair. I'm not gonna complain about that. Oh, I just noticed that the Mantis had the jester hat on, so that's how they do it. Haha, that's a pretty good one. I imagine this has to be a 30-minute stage, right? Like Emerald Diorama was also 30 minutes. Then again, this is very much in like the classic vein of the Vampire Survivor style stage, right? Like all the other DLC maps was very much a handcrafted map with like distinct regions that you could go to. This is very much like a classical style. Hey, we're kind of copy pasting a specific area over and over. Which is fine, right? Again, free, so they do what they want. And, you know, balatro really doesn't have, like, that much kind of design space to begin with anyway, right? They're already kind of stretching a little bit here by having those card bridges. Honestly, this, like, harkens back to the classical style of Survivors, right? Where you are kind of just like walking back and forth, you don't have to worry about goofing it, except to just like specific areas to grab the items on the map, which are just like the rings and the other things. So I like these little knights with their various suits, shields here. It's a nice touch. I'm starting to hit on starting to lose the DPS race here. You guys are taking a little longer to kill. Oh boy. Maybe I should check my power-ups after this. Just make sure that I have like curse and quantity turned off. We'll keep those off. Just check out the new stuff, you know? Okay. What do I want to get now? Maybe I should get the magnet power up so we don't have to walk around everywhere. We can just stick around here and have some fun. I would imagine they'll like add an upgrade later that lets us equip more Arcana cards, right? Like 3 was fine when you only had like the 1 set of Arcana, but now you got 2, right? Even if the Arcana are like way better than most of the regular Arcana, it would be nice to have a choice. Ah, there we go. Grab this. Just gotta be careful for those. What were they called again? They have a specific name. Oh, apparently there's other stuff here to pick up. Oh, okay. Oh, now we get the level up blitz. Level up blitz. What? What the heck is this? Boost for money, re-roll, and 30% magnet, start gaining 0.2 recovery every 5 levels, max 5 times. Oh! Okay, I'm guessing these are like this game's version of the Jokers? Huh. They even have the little additions here too. You have Hollow and Poly. They'll give you certain abilities and stuff, but looks like they also have a risk. Enemy health is currently increased by 20% and damage by 10%. Oh, Servitot. Okay, I remember them saying this was going to be like part of the update, so maybe this is a not strictly balatro related thing. I should get this one, right? Because they got the big might. Although you get 10% curse every 5 levels, but 60% might should help offset that, right? We'll grab that. Alright, another one. What is this? Foil. Gala foil. Ooh. Plus 10 amount bonus is lost over 9 levels, but you get magnet every 5 levels, and a lot of critical damage. This one gets you plus 1 amount, you get extra health every 5 levels, and 1 revive after a set number of enemies. 1k, 5k, 10k. It's like the good old days, right? You get an extra life at certain score thresholds. This one, extra area, and then you get bonus cooldown, HP critical, triggers, I wish I remembered what that did, but cooldown. I like that, right? Cooldown on top of the cooldown I have. On the other hand, an extra amount. So good, even if I have plus 4. I still got, like... Okay, I got 1 revive. Maybe I should... Okay, we'll get this. Okay, so never mind. This is probably their form of power creep here, right? their Servitot. That's what they're gonna do, not like a third set of Arcana. They still have to go through their second power up. Skip that. Okay. Inverted. I mean, even if this wasn't part of the Balatro update, these additions and stuff are very much inspired by Balatro. If you're minus 10% curse, oh, lower luck, ooh. But you'll get some extra armor every 5 levels, and 1 banish every level. This one is might, an additional area, move speed, 1 revive every 11 levels. I wonder if like some of these effects are randomized, so maybe there's like a base effect that always comes with the card, but like depending on the addition and stuff, you might get some extra affixes, right? It's like Genshin Impact, right? With their subsets and everything. Okay, I'm actually gonna get a drink real quick. Slightly different this time because I got delivery tonight. So I have a cup of soda still from the delivery order. Sprite. Because I like Sprite. Sprite's tasty. Okay. Maybe I'll get this. What do I can boost it? Let's boost it. Oh, okay. We boost our selection. We don't boost a card. Noted. More to choose from, and it looks like they'll have better qualities, so... Like, 9,999 would normally be a lot, but I'm honestly swimming in so much money, this may as well just be a free redistribute, right? Wow. I'll get this one because critical damage is high. Yeah, let's get that one. And another card pack. I'm sitting over here just agonizing over card packs when it just mostly amounts to which thing let me kill thing faster. This one really tanks your move speed, but it'll give you additional firing speed, larger duration, and it'll get you more greed. Not that I need that. This one gives you a substantial cooldown bonus, but only temporarily. I'll get this one. Extra experience, extra money, you get more duration, and then an extra reroll every level. Not that reroll today. This one. Yeah, let's get that. Candy box. Oh, okay. I am so glad they do this now, right? You remember when you opened these boxes before and they would have the whole selection of weapons, but they wouldn't tell you which ones you banished, so you could inadvertently pick one that you're like, oh wait, I can't actually upgrade this one anymore, but now they changed it, so now you can see what you have banished, so you can avoid those when necessary. Thank goodness. That's what they call a quality of life upgrade. Alright. If we're doing spear weapons, let's see. Probably pick a melee weapon for right. Let's get that one. Vtuberen. I think that one's an emerald diorama weapon, if I remember correctly. All that time to decide cars probably doesn't matter too much. I probably could have picked something I would have been able to annihilate everything in any case. So got plenty of upgrades to go here. Oh, look at that. I already vaporized one of those big fellas. Didn't even stand a chance, although it looks like it brought me pretty close. There goes another one. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. You know, I didn't realize for a long time that song actually has a parody. Parody called I Can Only Count to Four. I can only count to four. I can only count to four. You know what I was reminded of recently? Because someone was talking about it on the forum. They were talking about like some old Weird Al song, specifically the one that's "Don't Download This Song," which is kind of a riff on the whole copyright kerfuffle, which is surprisingly still relevant even today. But some people were saying, yeah, that song's pretty funny, like just how exaggerated it is about it, and then I just like about it, yeah, but. It was also great. It was like the way it was first introduced, right? That's like the kind of thing that was like you had to be there kind of thing, right? Like who remembers when that song first came out, right? Like maybe you're on like MySpace or some other social media, and the Weird Al account was just like, hey, I got a new song up, I'll put it up. Heck, I'll even let you download it for free. And this song happens to be this one, right? The song that specifically goes, don't download this song, right? Kind of meta thing that really, really works best in its home turf, right? Still a great song, right? When they put it on straight out of Linwood, you still had a good time with it, but man. context with which it was introduced was second to none. I guess we'll find out in 15 minutes if this is a 15-minute stage or if it's a 30-minute stage. Oh, snap. Okay. Can't skip this. Never skip the multi-item chests. Get this! You thought it was 3? No, it's 5! Bum, bum, bum! Look at all the cool stuff we get, like all the free levels. We don't gotta upgrade our experience level, we just get this. An evolved weapon and some other stuff. Is it just me, or do I have like something on there that sets my health to a certain spot? I don't think I've seen my health bar increase for a while there. I think I just like picked up a piece of chicken that didn't restore my health either. So I'm pretty sure I had like 20,000 points before. I'm already all the way down to 13. My big hat is in the way, but since I'm playing as an Emerald Diorama character, you see like these notifications pop on the side, right? To let you know that a skill's procking. Ooh, got another evolved weapon. Let's go. The Bwaka knife. Dr. Octagonopus Bwaka. Ooh, you know, I forgot to talk about this, but this is like a personal thing. But you remember when I played the Elephant Collection like almost 2 years ago now, right? Pretty excited for it because, hey, I remember playing the Elephant games on Flash game sites a long time ago, right? The good old Congregates and Newgrounds and stuff. I certainly had a lot of fun, and we went through and checked out all the games there. And they promised an update that would like add more games, right? Like they had an update in like March or May of 2024, and they kind of fell off the face of the earth. They were like, yeah, it's gonna come soon, we promise. And then I think like this month they actually came back and it's like, yeah, sorry about the silence for a long time, but we swear we're gonna have the update. I don't know if they actually updated the game, but they're pretty. I don't know if we do that as like a single stream. I'd probably do that as like part of a quick draw maybe. Nice to check out some of the other Elephant games. Although, amusingly enough, one of the games they did add as part of the update is not an Elephant game. It's a Raptor game. So they've also promised that like the update is gonna go in like a different direction, because kind of like the overarching structure of the main Elephant Collection game is kind of like a retrospective, and without saying too much, right, to use a very meme-tic, overused phrase, it hits you in the feels. They said they wanted to do something different with their new area that they're adding the 3 games to, so I'm curious to see what direction they'll go with that. Okay, so it's not 15 minutes because we're at 17 now. It just might be 30. It just might be 30. I'll be honest, there's like, since we got like the draw everything to us Arcana, we're gonna have much reason to move around here, unless we're getting swarmed. I'm really happy that other people are checking out my shorts. I mean, I get likes, right? I get a substantial amount of likes on YouTube and the other social media sites I posted on. But it's always nice to have someone like come in and directly say, "Hey, your shorts are pretty neat. I enjoy watching them." Right? It's like it's sort of direct feedback. Lets me know, "Hey, I'm doing something cool over here, right? I'm doing something pretty neat." I've been seeing like what other people do as well, right? Sometimes it's like pretty straightforward, but other people do like a pretty bang up job of just like doing editing and stuff, right? And you probably see them for like the bigger VTubers, right? They have like editors who are pretty cracked at making some pretty cool edited pieces. You can only aspire to be even a tenth as cool as they are. Another upgraded weapon. Oh. Okay, we're Arcana. Well, this is because we have that other Arcana that gets us bonuses. I think even, like, if you get more, there's still, like, a limit of 5, I want to say? At this point, I think we got, like, most of the important ones that kind of let us spiral out of control. The rest of them are just, like, a little bonus. Okay. Guess we'll just grab this one. Freezing generates explosions. Maybe if we get another Arcana, we'll have to keep an eye for the one that lets us freeze enemies. Oh, apparently we missed out on some extra pickups. It's always the thing with this game, right? You're kind of just like so focused on just going in one direction for, you know, for just to feel like you're doing something that sometimes you realize, you like look back and you realize, oh my god, I've missed out on something very, very important here. Like this armadillo that will let me pick up another passive. Let's see, you're evolved, you're not evolved. You know what I want to see next? When we pick something like this, just like give us a little indicator, like, okay, so what weapons do you own currently would benefit from like picking up a particular item, right? And have that like in reverse order too, where if you get like a weapon selector, they'll show you if you got like something in your current loadout that will help you towards evolving your arsenal. I will give them credit though for the sort of upgrade system they have in hand. They did a pretty good job with just like not let that spiral out of control, right? Keep the focus on the weapons because that's what people want to see, right? All their favorite stuff turned into weapons. So you see like each passive can usually benefit from multiple things. Still can feel restrictive at times, but I guess if you have like enough DLC on hand, maybe not so much. I'm sure at like this point in development, it'd probably be way too late to enact some sort of change in that regard. I mean, it ain't broke either, right? And as the old saying goes, if it's not broken, then don't fix it. They certainly aren't. And they're still doing a pretty bang-up job of it. I had to hazard a guess. Like, the more money you have on hand, like, the higher denomination of coins their little orbital shoots out here, right? If you get, like, really low on coins, they'll shoot out, like, the low-value stuff, but you have, like, 5-digit values, then there's gonna be just chucking big coins at people. What's your favorite money-related mechanic you've seen in the game? I know it's kind of like a weird question, but if I explain myself. So there's one summon in Final Fantasy X. I believe their name is Jimbo. And while like every other summon and like your characters has this like list of attacks that can usually pick from, the way Jimbo works is that you give him a gil, some amount of gil, right? any amount of gil, like from 1 to whatever your current amount you have on hand is. And like depending on the amounts, right, your Jimbo will perform an action. Could be any action, right? Obviously, the more money you give him, the better quality of actions you could potentially get. That's kind of like his whole deal. Yeah, so something to kind of like make it a bit more mechanically unusual, add a bit more variety, because you have your fire summon, you have the water summon, you have the lightning summon, you have the ice summon, so you had to differentiate the rest of them somehow. Mega Thrust. I could totally say something about that, but we're doing things for the kids right now, so I'm not gonna. I'm sure that little wine glass power-up was probably something I picked up at some point too, but honestly, this game has like so many things, and it's been so long that, you know, kind of all blurs together now. It's funny. My one friend just like hopped back into this game randomly, and they're still like, you know, going through the main game. So I saw them like way back, just like fighting the Mega Reaper Zord. That was like pretty fun to relive again. Just watch him go, what the fuck? Right, you remember that stage, right? The stage in like the cathedral style thing that where all the Reapers hit you at once, especially the Drowner, right? The Blue Reaper that introduces that unkillable zone that rises from the top, and if you don't have the DPS to take them out, it'll eventually just overwhelm you and kind of put a stop to whatever you were trying to do there. Yeah. I'm glad that's like a one-time kind of deal, you know? It's like once you defeat the Reaper Megazord, you don't have to worry about that anymore, like the stage becomes. Okay. Why is the chest out there? This game is usually good, like if something big like that appears in a untraversable space, you'll usually push it to somewhere where you can traverse it, but there's something about this that I'm not aware of. Or maybe it's like a bug, right? Could be a bug. Well, I think it may be a new chest that dropped. Or, okay, no, maybe just, like, teleported over here. Maybe it just finally was like, okay, we gotta figure it out. We gotta shove this somewhere, and it did. Yep. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Retro Era! Hello! Wow, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. I am Agregale. I am your resident cross-dressing card mage and the wandering wielder of wind. I like indie games, I like tabletop-esque games, I like racing games, I also like charity for the kids and retro indie games. So that's why I'm playing Vampire Survivors for Gamers Outreach. And we're checking out the Ante Chamber expansion, the Balatro crossover that came out recently. How are you? How was your stream? Let me shout you out here. The casting of Frank Stone. Oh, that's the Dead by Daylight spin-off game, right? The one that's kind of like in the vein of the supermassive games like nuts. What was the one? The one that was on PS4, right? Something along that line, right? How was that? How far did you get? Right? Did you beat it? How many people lived? Hello. I wave to you. Let me put some wave emotes in here. Wave. Yeah. Pretty interesting. I mean, it's kind of a story-like game. Yeah. Right. It's sort of like their attempt to kind of fill out the Dead by Daylight universe, right? Because before it was just like Dead by Daylight, right? And sure, they'd have like their bits of lore and like the items and the characters, but now they got like a whole separate game that kind of fleshes it out. So that's an interesting direction to go, you know? Haven't gotten too far. Okay. Plenty of surprises remain, I imagine. Happy Halloween, yeah! Very much so. That's That's why you were doing that, right? And that's why I'm doing Vampire Survivors. That's why everyone's doing like some spooky or spooky adjacent game. Me, I do spooky adjacent stuff. I'm not too keen on like actual spooky stuff. Right. This one. Oh, hydrate. Thank you for that. Yeah, I can do a hydrate. Let me get my soda cup here. Drink some of my remaining Sprite that I have. Tasty, tasty Sprite. 'Tis the season, indeed. Gotta celebrate it because it only comes for a night. So, yeah. Like normally I would do like a not so Spooktober, right? I did it for the past 2 years, but I would do like spooky adjacent stuff. But since I did the debut this year, I kind of like put that aside. Although the games I played this month were kind of like spooky / spooky adjacent anyway. So I guess it worked out, right? It worked out. But yeah. Thank you again for the raid, Retro Era and Raiders. And if y'all need to do a little stream aftercare, do a little rest and refreshment, feel free to do so. But if you want to see me survive vampires for the kids, pull up a chair. Alright, let's get back in here. I got another 8 minutes of survival that I need to do before we can clear the stage. We're at the point of the game where it's just kind of like a mess of effects, right? like you know, you get the right stuff out there and you're barely able to just see the stage. I think I made a point of this last year too. I think I like took a screenshot of just like, you know, zillion weapon effects going off at once. I was like, hey, you think we could like have a transparency effect or something in here? I'm not sure if they added that option yet or not. If they did, great. If not, well, I hope they add it soon. It certainly became a liability in Castlevania when you were trying to like find that particular item on the ground, but you can't because like there's so many effects in your face happening. Alright, I don't think the center place has the space to traverse. I guess if it were in here, it would be in options, right? Okay, yeah, they just have a slider for sounds, a slider for music. They have the touchscreen control stick. I guess I could see it, right? Because you could still do like mouse equivalent, so. Flashing VFX, that's been in there. Screen shake, I have that on. Damage numbers, I definitely take that out. Tech name carousel. Oh, that must have been a post-launch thing. Okay, they have a star here too. Oh, okay, this is co-op stuff. All right. Well, it's an expandable options menu. I'll give them props for that. That's probably good. Okay, so apparently there's no transparency effect yet. Or transparency option. Alright, let's go with always coming back. Right. We'll give our floating option here a little bit more to chew on. Just another 7 minutes of survival. Well, things should go by a bit more swiftly now, because I have no more items to level up. So, you know, barring an armadillo or a drop from a chest, it's all just gonna be quick coinage. That's another thing they added in post-launch, right? It was an old post-launch update, but it's like used to be that they would still do the animations and stuff, or you know, you still have to go through the level up screen, but now, if you're just gonna get coins through it, now it's just like, alright, we'll just like leave this uninterrupted. You'll see your coin prompt and you can just like keep on surviving. Quality of life, as people would call it. Ooh, this is what I wanted to talk about. I was saying before. I can't remember if I talked about it before, but yeah, I can say it now. There were some other games that came out that I wanted to try out. In the free-to-play space, one of them being, oh, okay, this is gonna be a new thing. Alright, movement wings. Cool. But yeah, there was this game that came out recently called Stella Sora that I wanted to check out, but after, like, seeing some people kind of talk about it, like, after playing it, I'm like, maybe I'll be fine if I pass on it. I was kind of into it because of the art style. And the setting, like, seemed interesting too. From what I've read, the gameplay is like a sort of a action RPG style kind of game. Some roguelike elements to it, although they're like very, very simple. But some people said it's like not even like a roguelike kind of dealio, because you only have one path, and the real randomness that you get is from like what sort of upgrades you get offered. But it's also kind of like a Musume, where like once you complete a run of that regard, you know, you'll record like the final statistics of your characters, which you'll then bring into other modes to do other stuff. But people have said the gameplay loop was kind of boring, and the pool economy was like pretty bad actually. Like very, very stingy with pool currency. Even though like the beta test, it was actually like half as much, but they doubled that amount for some reason. And they don't really give you that much more, so like, it's a bummer. But I guess I'll just enjoy the PNGs, right? That's probably what I should do for a lot more of these games. There's another game that came out recently called Duet Night Abyss that got a bit of attention, because it was originally going to be a gacha game, right? So it's sort of like an action RPG in the vein of Genshin, where you'd like be able to run around as anime characters and hack and slash your enemies, and you'd summon for new characters in the same way you would like in the other gacha games. But they eventually changed that, where now you can get characters and upgrades and like everything gameplay related through just playing the game, right? You don't have to pull out your wallet or anything like that. Right, all the monetization is going to be through cosmetics and stuff. So I know some people are like, "Oh, well, that's pretty cool," and I think they were like drawing comparisons to Warframe as well. But yeah, I saw some people play that, and it definitely looks like one of those kinds of games. But I guess if you can get like new characters by only like, you know, playing the game and spending your time on it, then good for them. I hope it goes far. I hope things don't like suddenly turn topsy-turvy for one reason or another. When I was hanging out with my friends this weekend, we actually did start talking about Blue Protocol for a bit, because one of my other friends was also playing that, and they kind of like had the same thoughts I did, where they're like, yeah, we're just kind of get ferried from one point to another, and I don't know, I don't feel like too compelled to keep on playing it. Oh, wow. We get an audio glitch. See, the music is completely cut out. Oh, no, it's back. It's back. Oh, alright then. Oh, now we get armor. So no longer do we get endless money. Oh, wait, I'm dead. It's okay, I have a revive. How many revives do I have? Oh, no, that's the only one. Alright. I think I'm at the point where I gotta, like, stop moving. Or at the very least be, like, more discerning with my moves. See, this is where having all these effects kind of hampers you, because I guess they just have effects over everything else. It's a bit much. Some sort of transparency option would be appreciated. Like, I imagine the stream probably looks like absolute blocks right now. I'm probably like seeing like giant blocks everywhere. Apologize for that. Don't worry, in about like 2.5 minutes things will get a lot better. Yeah, this is where transparency would come in handy, right? Some way to kind of like just turn it down so you can see the ground and the enemies and like pickups and stuff. That would be nice. But anyways, yeah, Blue Protocol, right? We were talking about like, oh yeah, is there a gacha, right? Because gameplay is essentially like Genshin, but you have pick a class, right? You can sort of choose an ability set from one of 8 classes, and you can really swap between them too, which is pretty neat. But Yeah, I did talk about that earlier, right? I was like, okay, so like, you know, maybe before I drop this game, I'm gonna go buy some cosmetic packs. And then I went to go and try to buy one, but it turns out like the currency I have is a different kind, which you can't use to buy like, you know, the cosmetic packs. Nah, if you want those, you gotta like pull out your wallet for them. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? No, I'm good. I'm good. Never mind. I'm fine with just like not having it. Yeah, my friend was also saying, yeah, no, it's like your gacha gets you outfits, and yeah, you could like have the in-game outfits, but man, they're kind of plain, right? And everyone has them, right? You wanna be able to stand out. That's kind of what I wanted, but certainly not for a price. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I think I got the screenshots I wanted to put, so maybe I should just like install that. Alright, 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes, and then this absolute nightmare will hang in there, y'all. What, does that music only last so long? Is that it? Because the Emerald Diorama characters have this mechanic that's like called a showstopper, right? It's like a critical health kind of state where they'll enter like a powered up state and be able to like unleash bigger attacks for a time. But what usually happens is like, you know, the music will change in accordance too, but I guess for some reason, oh no, saw it's hitching. Oh boy. 50 seconds, right? Either I go or they go. Oh, okay, it's gonna be me. We're done. Damn, couldn't get that 30 minutes. All right, I had to check my upgrades here. Hyper Ante Chamber and Jimbo. Okay, hopefully everything's starting to look better now. All right, let me look at this. Okay, yeah, Curse and Charm are off, so... Oh! you know what? You know what probably happened? It was probably those 2 items I picked up that really bumped up the Curse, I guess. It really bumped things up. I don't know. It's flooding the screen with enemies. Like, what the actual heck? Or maybe that's the entire point of this stage? Because, in balatro, right, theoretically you're able to go infinite, but after a certain ante, right, the targets become so high that they get like a number error and it's just like unwinnable beyond that point. So maybe they're replicating it here by just like loading the area with so many enemies that you're just gonna get overwhelmed and die, right? Unless you're like so hopped up on upgrades. But maybe it is a case of I should probably be avoiding the stuff that gives me curse. Maybe that's it, right? Maybe that's it. Okay. I don't need to do anything there. All right. Well, let's do it. We're gonna jump in here and play as a Jimbo. Oh, can always find Servitots. Starts with a Servitot draft has a Servitot level multiplier of 4. Okay. So Servitots is a balatro specific thing. And you can see the other characters have here, right? They have Canio, you have Chicot, and you have Perkeo, which requires us to evolve the previous weapon, so... Normally they kind of give you a hint about this on the stage, but as I remember correctly, Ante Chamber doesn't have that, so... I wonder if their evolution methods is an alternative one, perhaps. Well, let's look at the description real quick. Fearsome fools flock to this extra-dimensional card carnival, where survival is a high-stakes game. The beastly buffoons that prowl this floating funhouse aren't bluffing, so play your cards right, or the joke will be on you. It's a pretty good one. There we go. Now we'll get to listen to the Balatro remix. Ante Chamber, Balatro main theme. Get ready to bop. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. Okay. Search over the Arcana. We'll get... where's it? What's one? It's me... not chests. There we go. Yoink. Ah, yeah. Here's our Servitot. So this one I'm gonna get mostly for the growth, but we should get one of these others. Lower growth, but I'll get an amount. This one is just like 6 and everything. Get a little more every level. Oh, 0.5. So this will definitely spiral. You know what? I should get that one, right? If all else fails, get scaling. Okay. Okay, so you just like kit stuff with the balatro interface. Wait, is this one the coins or the malts? Right? Which color is the coinage? I think it's the red one, right? It's like red, then blue. Oh no, it's up here. Okay, no, red is the malt. Right. I feel like I was just flaming this start. But in balatro, it only starts going on fire if your total would just like one-shot the current chip's target. Yeah, once again, we're just gonna pick whatever. Just gonna pick whatever. You know, I think about it. Maybe the little Joker bust is just a common connection between all these. Maybe this is what you used to evolve all of the Ante Chamber weapons. Would make sense. And this function really doesn't trample on anything else, so it works out. Yeah, now I think about it. I think they had like some Servitots there that also increased curse, and that might have had something to do with it. Also, this thing has like a bit of a delay in swing speed. I imagine if you have like a controller stick, this is probably a lot better, but I'm using like WAS controls, so. Okay, yeah, you can see the pointer on screen too, right? Yeah, mouse and keyboard isn't too bad, right? This isn't the kind of game that requires that you kind of need like the absolute precision for. So if you just want to do WASD, it's all right. It's fine. Yeah, you like the balatro mix they got going here? I think they did a pretty good job of making a fast-paced version of it, right? Still sounds rather chill. So that's pretty cool. I'd imagine at some point they'll add the chips to this, right? It's not just gonna be like hitting them with the flaming red box the whole time. Rolls, so I'm gonna use that. Yeah. Empty tome. Always useful, right? Even if you don't have like weapons that will evolve from it, just a reduced cooldown will get you places. I feel like that and the spinach, right? Those are usually my go-tos because those are the ones that will boost. That will give you like the most DPS boost, you know. I'll let you kill things fast, right? You need to kill things fast and bullets too slow, and that's probably going to be your go-to. Kind of wow when you think about it, right? 2025, at least in the world of video games, has just been delivering a whole lot of bangers. It's kind of wild, right? like we got games like Claire Obscure, we got South to Midnight, for the higher profile titles. We got some that come out and are like pretty decent, right? Like, you see people talk positively about Battlefield 6, and Arc Raiders come out. It's like pretty good too. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, it's like really kick-ass. Tokyo Extreme Racer surprise hit. And then we got like the smaller titles too, right? We got Ball Pit, we got Mega Bonk, we got games getting cool updates like this one. It's kind of wild, right? As some people might say, it's a never better time to play video games, especially this year. Some people might have some reservations other years, but I'd say this one, like, no matter what your interests are, there's probably something that you'll dig, you know? And even if there isn't, there's probably something coming in the future. Also, I like the weapon. It's called the Inferno Latro. Portmanteau of Inferno and balatro. Basically taking the entire word Inferno and just kind of splicing Latro on it. It works. For the context of this game, it works. Also, does this thing grow bigger automatically, or is this because I got like so many size upgrades on it? Like after a certain level, the number sticks around for longer. No, it's sticking around the same. I guess that's the number of hits it does, not necessarily kills. So when it's larger, obviously can hit more, so that number gonna get bigger. Okay, so maybe the second box won't appear until this weapon evolves. Maybe that's it. Well, it makes sense. Be a natural progression of things, I would think. Only 4 minutes in. Feel like I've been here forever. Yeah, that's how these games usually go, right? Especially when you play like enough runs and you like experience the end game enough, yeah, the start's gonna feel really slow paced, for better or worse. So notice the balatro weapons have 9 levels. Like most of the other weapons, barring a few exceptions, usually have 8. It's just like what's been standardized for this game. I also wonder if like those symbols mean anything. Because you know that's like normally where you would see things like, you know, molt or deal, right? There would be like words that you would be able to read, but it's a little different here. I imagine you'll have to wait till 10 minutes, right? As usual. It's like a mechanic in this game. You don't get like the chest that you can evolve your weapons from, barring exceptions, once again, that until like 10 minutes into a stage. So we got another about 4.5 minutes before we start seeing evolved weapons. Oh, hey, look at that. It's another one of these. That's a curse. That's probably something I don't want. This one gets us 3 more revives and some additional move speed. That's also curse. And we'll get that one. I wonder if there's a limit for servitots as well. There has to be. That feels like the kind of thing that could, like the other, just spiral out of control if you let it. Actually, now I think about it, the balatro works really well with duration, doesn't it? And cooldown, too. But duration especially, because the longer it stays out, the bigger the number go up. I have no idea what bigger number does, if anything. I mean, it has to do something, right? Part of the fun of this game is just like either figuring out the effects or just like reading up on what they do and just like seeing the kind of work they put into this game. It's always nice when a game just like comes out with some extra stuff, you know, some extra stuff that's like a little bit out of the way, but you kind of discover it one way or another, like, oh, that's neat. You know, the game that's like rife with that, Remnant 2. Like, you go through, like, a regular run of the game, and you'll probably get yourself, like, a good assortment of weapons and armor and equipment and stuff, but there is a lot of things in that game that you have to kind of go out of your way to get. And I don't just mean, you know, like, find a cracked wall in an area and then break it open and you'll open up a new section of the map. No, there's some more elaborate things you gotta do, right? Like, there are, like, certain items that you can only get by, like, doing a certain emote to a certain character at a certain point. Or maybe you have to, like, pick a certain set of decisions when the location is right. Or maybe you have to, like, wait some amount of real-world time before you go back and you're able to kind of access the rest of the area. And sometimes, you know, you gotta have, like, certain items on hand or have some of them equipped. And, you know, you gotta go through the area in a certain way, or maybe you want to hold on to an item that you got in one area and go to another area and give the item to someone else entirely to get something else. It's wild. There's a lot of things that you can do that like normally you might not even pay attention to, but you know, you look into it and you're like, oh my god, wait, you can get all this? And pretty substantial things too, right? And they aren't just like little Easter eggs or whatever. They'll get you like substantial equipment pieces that can make or break a build sometimes. It's pretty crazy. But honestly, at least I dig it, right? I feel like that's what gives this game a certain charm, right? It feels decidedly old school in that regard. Right, when they have like just like the super esoteric secrets and not like, you know, stuff that you just like pull out of your wallet to purchase or things like that. No, these are pretty big secrets that you gotta go out of your way to find. And, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think that's pretty neat. Anyways, I hope Gunfire does Remnant 3, and I hope they knock it out of the park like they did with Remnant 2, because, man, I love Remnant 2. I also love Remnant 1, and I would totally be up for Remnant 3 whenever that comes around. Okay, 2 more minutes and we'll be able to get the Evo chests. I do remember the strategy in this game being like, you know, after 10 minutes pass, save the chest, right? Save them until you're able to evolve your weapons. And this is like perhaps a bit more important early on, where maybe level ups aren't quite as common and you gotta try to gather experience for them, right? You gotta be able to hang around a certain area. I remember putting a lot of care in it, like just like waiting to pick up the map items until I got like all the passives and active slots filled out by level up, but now I'm like, At this point, I'm like good, right? I can get by on my own. Don't necessarily need an optimized build. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. I've probably said this a bunch of times, but yeah. I don't need a hyper-optimized build, right? As long as I get like a handful of evolved weapons, I'm probably good. I'll probably be able to get through a regular run. I just have to remember to like not pick up any cursed stuff. Right, just to see, right? I just want to see if like it is possible to hit 30 minutes, or there's a very deliberate, hey, we're just gonna completely flood the screen with stuff at minute 29, and that's that. That'd be pretty funny, to be honest. Very true to balatro if they did that, like that. Okay, so you gotta like wave this around. Have to ram this thing into enemies again and again if you want that number to go up. Also, I hope I evolve the Infernal Latro this run. That's kind of why I'm playing as Jimbo right now. Well, another 20 seconds, we'll find out if I meet the criteria, and if not, maybe I'll consult my magic tomes real quick to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Because runs are 30 minutes, so yeah, I don't want to blow another 30 minutes just like waiting for something to happen. Right, we don't want to be like that The Incredibles meme, where it's like, what do you want? Wait, what are you... How did it go again? It's like Mr. Incredible was yelling at the kid, and he said something like, what are you waiting for? And then the kid was like, I don't know, something amazing, I guess. And Mr. Incredible just like says, well, me too, kid. Okay, here we go. No. That could be a pre-10-minute boss, though. About you? Also a pre-10-minute boss, maybe? We did just get like 20 seconds into it, so might be a while. This giant boss behind it is... Oh, there we go. It's dead. No, must be also a pre-10-minute boss. It's you? Maybe I gotta do something else? Let's open the Grimoire. Maybe the Grimoire will let us know. Huh. Oh, the Infernal Latro is not on this list. Alright, if you don't mind, I'm going to check my magic tomes real quick. Let me see how I evolve the Infernal Latro here. I'm sure this has been asked on the forums. At least somewhere on the internet. Surely someone else would like. Did I spell that wrong? Okay, we'll just hit up the search engine here. Survivors, Ante Chamber, Evolution. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a wiki. Definitely would be on the wiki, right? Glad Vampire Survivors has its own official wiki, moved off the fandom because, fuck that site. I mean, screw that site, sorry. Oh, okay, so I just need the other thing at max level, which, yeah, I'm far from it. Okay, that's all I need. It's not that big, actually. Just whenever that shows up, I just have to make sure to prioritize it. Is there like some sort of weight system at hand? Is there like something inside the underlying systems that makes it so that our little money option shooter here is less likely to show up as a level up choice? I feel like I don't see it that often. Until I start like getting everything else to max, that's when I start seeing it. But yeah, trajectory probably will be we'll get Infernal Latro evolved. It's just gonna be later rather than sooner. Also, we should be getting an Arcana chest soon, right? I wonder if that one character I played as specifically just like was able to get more Arcanas. That's why I was able to get more past the 3. Swords and shield folks are already giving me trouble. DPS up. They're gonna overrun me. But we want to see more balatro content. Alright, I should say we want to see more Ante Chamber content. Oh, hey, look, it's another one of these. Do I want extra growth? Yes, yes I do. Even if it's 20%. That is a lot. Let's say 12 minutes in, we have not had another Arcana drop. What is going on? Like, the enemies that drop those chests should be at like minutes 11 and 21 normally, right? Am I remembering wrong? Maybe something is different for these folks. That's the problem with these other things where they might potentially give you more items, yeah, dilute the pool. more level ups required, which makes it slower to kind of get the stuff you want to max if you're really unlucky. Oh, hey, there we go. New Arcana. Alright, give me the one that gets me an extra drop every level. What is this one? Yoink! Still can't believe that was like some of the very first Arcanas. I guess they kind of like wanted to show you just like the lengths they were willing to go to kind of just like add new mechanics. I specifically called Arcanas a new era of power creep, so... I mean, they already realized, oh yeah, well, this is the only way we're gonna, I don't know, keep things fresh probably, right? Just let things get wilder and wilder. Obviously, there's probably an upper limit to this, but I feel like they haven't hit that yet. Here's Armadillo. Should I get... Let's get the duplicator, because you only have 2 levels. Wait, is that another Arcana? Yeah, alright. What to get? Maybe the counterpart. Although only 2 weapons will benefit from that. Let's pick up something else. Ooh, maybe I should get the revivals. I feel like I was kind of run up with a wall towards the end there, so... Another way to kind of scale things up would probably be appreciated. Honestly, the magnet thing, probably not as necessary on this one, because the only thing you really need to... that's really gonna get sucked to you are those other items. Hey, now, they can be useful, but they're not vital. I remember watching the Ante Chamber, and yeah, the weapon I have currently does go nuts. I think these, when you get like the evolved version, those 2 big boxes will slam into each other and create like an even bigger effect. We're about at the halfway mark. Oh, here's another Arcana. Okay. It's probably because of the one Arcana I picked up. We're not getting to suck. Ooh, maybe I'll get this one. Just picking up coins restores hit points. Yeah. Yoink. Hello! Hello, Planet Lord. Welcome back. Happy Halloween. How are you? Okay. Oh, right. I guess the coins all magnetized to me now, so... to pick those up anymore. So now all those loose piles of coins that were on the stage now just get sucked to me. Right, so our little options here is gonna really super pop off for a bit, at least until I go back down to like triple digit amounts of money. I wonder if they'll add an update down the line that will maybe let us show some sort of number, like, at a glance. I mean, I know we can just, like, pause the game to see the upgrade levels and everything, but... Where are we, anyway? Okay, 2 more levels for, options, coin option here. And then we'll get our evolved Inferno Latro. Fire, yeah. I'm good. Me and my brother live in the busy area for Halloween. Final total tonight was 864 kids. That's a brand new record. Holy moly. That is a lot of kids. Like, how long were you giving out candy, right? How many hours was that? Like, even if it was, like, a larger number of hours, that's a lot of kids per minute. Wow. Man, I feel like that kind of thing is an anomaly. Like most places where I don't see too many kids go by. Maybe that's just like because of where I live. 6 hours. I think it finally stopped. It's 1 a.m. Oh yeah, 1 a.m. Understandable why it would stop then. But man, 6 hours. Oh, even over 6 hours. That's still a lot of kids. Pretty much just like a revolving door, huh? So like kids just coming up to you like every minute or so. Just going through that candy like candy. Well, do you still have some for yourself? That's always the thing, right? Even if you're giving out tons of candy and other stuff to the kids, you always hope that there's a little bit left over for yourself. How do you know what I am gonna partake in tomorrow? Post-Halloween sales! Because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put all the deepest discounts on all that Halloween candy. Right? They gotta move that product because they gotta get ready. At least in the States, they're gonna ramp up Thanksgiving a tiny bit. They're gonna like devote maybe 97% of their shelf space to Christmas things, because only 2 months of Christmas. Obviously, if you're outside the States, then everyone's gonna pivot to Christmas right away. I'd say the weirdest character tonight was someone coming up to the door dressed as the funny mustache guy from... Oh, that guy. Oh. Hey, we're demanding your tax papers. Holding up. God damn it. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, oh, yeah, we got the evolved Inferno Latro. Look at that infinity symbol. Alright, let's see how this pops off. Oh, yeah, you can see it, right? The blue box and the red box, although they're still separate. Or if it's a case of you gotta smack enough things to get that number high enough, and then I guess something happens. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Shame. Well, I mean, apart from that costume, do you have any other ones that you found memorable? Something a lot better, probably. Alright, what am I gonna grab here? You know, I'll get this, right? Revival, duration, and speed. This will synergize well with Inferno Latro, actually. Luckily, my brother was holding any of the candy because I was set 2 different tasks of duty. I was ordered to aim a fake machine gun that made shot sounds out of the window. Ah! You got the whole exhibit thing going too. Yeah. Yeah, Halloween's like the one time where some people really go out of the way to make some impressive displays. It can be pretty cool. I remember as a kid when I did trick or treating, certain houses that really did go all out to really give yourself that sort of spooky experience, and it was always fun. Especially the ones that got like whole ass backyard sort of haunted house esque tours. Those were always neat. I take Halloween very seriously. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh wait, you're still getting them. Even that one. At this point, it's gotta be like older kids, I imagine, right? Like teens or maybe even young adults, perhaps. Granted, it is Friday, so I imagine there are probably some parents that are like, hey, yeah, you know, you can stay up late if you're gonna go around and grab candy out of everyone else's bowls, right? Oh, you do 5. Never skip 5. Yeah, 1:16 a.m. These people need to go to bed. Although again, it's Friday, so imagine maybe some of them are perhaps a bit more lenient with that. Oh wow, look at that! 1,337 coins. Is that deliberate or not? I don't know. In any case, nice. How many children have come and beat? Wait, you had that happen? Heck, dude. No, that's never happened to me, thankfully. I gotta say, when I get my own place, one thing I do want to do, right, for Halloween is just like have a bowl of candy out, right? Just have like a freestanding bowl of candy, maybe on a chair or something, and a sign that says "Take one piece only." And I just like have a garbage can nearby that I hide inside, just like wait, right? And if I see a kid decide to try to take more than one candy out, I'd pop out of the garbage can and go, the sign says you can only take one! I imagine I have a good thrill with that. Maybe the parents nearby would have a pretty good laugh at that too, I hope. That's only if I get my own place. And maybe a relatively safe place too, right? That's kind of like a super far in the future kind of plan. Oh, you mean knocking was just a joke. Okay, okay. I mean, when I did used to live in like a suburban neighborhood, so we would get like the kids that would come by doing the trick or treat. But as the years went on, right, as the kids kind of moved out, and then like the people who moved in weren't like having kids, we saw like fewer and fewer trick-or-treaters go by. Eventually they kind of petered out. I don't know what the state of trick-or-treating is in my old neighborhood. I'm sure it's probably like not very active. Alright, I have a duplicator, so I'll get the lightning ring. I just have to remember when the box hits a particular level, I gotta remember to banish it, because I don't want all that extra curse coming at me. Spell string is a pretty sufficient spell, and none of them are banished now, so grab that. Well, in any case, it's good to hear you had a pretty busy trick-or-treating period. Oh, okay. Now the numbers are just like going all crazy. Look at that, we got these going on now, so just getting all the hits. Oh, and the boxes are moving in sync too. Huh. It's really popping off. Okay, it's like super popping off, I think. Are those dice like Ante Chamber specific, or are they like a pickup from another place? I'm not quite sure. That's what I did one year. There's a place under the stairs that lead up to my door, so my brother somehow got me inside into a chair under the stairs, and he would have a flap to open. If anyone took more than 2, I would spray them silly with silly string, and if anyone took 2, I would give them extra. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to do one day. Say the last time I went trick-or-treating, it was like a really long time ago. And it wasn't for me, right? It was like for my little cousin, because you know, she was at that age where she was doing the trick-or-treating stuff. I was still like dressing up in costume and kind of doing that part of the whole Halloween festivities, but might sound mean, but when it comes to Halloween, I don't care. I will scare kids badly. They need to grow up, though. They'll get through it. Yeah. I mean, it is that time of year, right? As long as you're not being, like, overly traumatic, it's all fine. Give them a mild scare. It's the spirit of the season, you know? Careful, make sure I don't pick up any chests if Torona's box hits level 8. Or I need to spend a banish on it. Oh, I just realized we're at 22 minutes? We're getting there, we're getting there. Alright, level 7. There we go. And now we do banish. I think the one weapon that evolves from it. Ah, you know what I probably should have done? So I really don't need coins. I probably should have just like had it to health chicken. That way I could get randomized level ups. That well. It's not like I need the stats. I don't need the money or the stats. Well, hopefully I won't need the stats. Considering how wild this got that other time, maybe I do need the stats. Maybe even then the stats might not have been enough. Again, we kind of run into that problem where the effects are so numerous and so overbearing that you can't see, you can barely see jack. Otherwise, oh, that's so many extra points. Could have so, oh, wait. Oh, because we got that one other power up, so I had to load that in real quick. Oh my god. Apologize for how blocky the stream probably looks right now. 1 year, and only 1 year, there was a haunted house in my garage. The only reason we did it was for 1 year, 5 hours after we shut down the haunted house for the night, we found 3 random kids in my damn living room hiding behind the tea, holding drinks from my fridge. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, sorry that happened. Yeah. Yeah, it's the thing about kids, right? So they usually do things, but they don't think about the consequences of their actions. They're just like, wouldn't it be hilarious if we did this? And then they'll wonder about the other stuff later. Or sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're like, we were just having some fun. Just hope they grow out of it. That's usually the most you can hope for. Believe me, I was pissed. Didn't call the cops though. They didn't see them, so pretty much me and my brother scared the living shit out of them. Not gonna say what they did. Oh, that's fine. Parm Aegis. Fortunately, I think when we lock in a choice, it's kind of locked in for the rest of the run, so even if we get all the level ups for Parm Aegis, it's gonna go right back to giving us coins. That's fine. Honestly, there's like enough food drops out there that I feel like we'll still get a good amount of coinage from it, so it's not all bad. Ow. Thanks for the headbats. 25 minutes. Ah, there we go. We're back into the ease, baby. Oh, hey, look, it's another one of these. Alright, which card do I want this time? Oh, right, that's the risk part of it, huh? Enemy health is currently increased by 90% and damage by 45%. So yeah, when you couple that with the curse, I can see why things are kind of spiral out of control there. So as long as you kind of keep that in check, you're probably okay. Or you could always skip, right? They have the skip option. Sometimes, yeah, it's the choice usually, right? Like, the winning move is to not play. But I'll probably get something anyway. Like, I'll probably get... Let's see, health is 239. Yeah, I'll get this one. Have I done my door duty today? Well, unfortunately, I live in a place where it's, like, exceedingly unlikely that I'll get trick-or-treaters, so... no door duty for me. On the flip side, all the candy I get can be for me. As the kid, the Take One Please Bowl was Take 5, and if you get caught, you're deaf and don't speak English. Covers your butt for a bit, I imagine. There's some... Oh! You saw that, right? You saw the name inf... I guess there's a cap to this, huh? Eventually they're like, okay, we're starting things over. I don't know how many people out there are making Jimbo their main. Now that we got the Balatro expansion, I'm gonna main Jimbo for other runs in other expansions, or for other runs of the Empire Survivors. I'm getting to link mode pretty quickly now. Alright, we're about to hit 27 minutes. Honestly, things are a lot more manageable. I feel like at this point, last run, the screen was like crowded with enemies. I was barely able to move. Let's see. Health is currently increased by 101 and damage by 51%. That's fine. If we get like one of these cards, the boost we get here usually offsets the enemy risk increase. Let's get this one. Another revival. What if the additions of the Servatos also adjust the risk accordingly? Be an interesting push-pull mechanic, at least. Now, as a kid at 9 years old, after trick-or-treating, mother checked the candy because you never know what could happen. Oh, it's laced with poison. Man, that's actually a thing? I must have, like, super lucked out because none of the candy I ever got was, you know, tainted in that regard, but yeah. People always say, check your candy, right? And the classic line is always, someone could put razors in it. That's why, like, most of the time, you know, as long as you get, like, the pre-wrapped stuff, you're usually okay, but I know even that's not foolproof. But yeah, anything like you know, custom-made goods are kind of out because of some unfortunate folks, right? Which is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, it's really concerning how that can happen. Indeed. That being said, you know, that aside, what was like the most interesting thing you got from trick-or-treating? I remember the one year as a kid, I got a Canadian dollar from a person. They were just like giving Canadian dollars to everyone. Right? You'd stop by, they just like drop a Canadian dollar coin into our bag. I'm like, ah, neat. I remember them even saying, hey, if you want to like maybe trade that for $1, come back and trade this for $1, you can do that, but I actually wanted to do that, but my parents were like, nah, it's just $1, okay? I know $1 means a lot to you, but look, just keep the Canadian dollar. It's gonna be really cool. You know what? It was pretty cool. I don't know where that Canadian dollar is now. Probably just like shoved into a drawer somewhere in a corner. Long since forgotten, if I had to guess. Here, random kid, take these multicolored Tic Tacs I got at the grocery store. It's fine, they're supposed to taste funny. Yeah! Alarm bells, right? That would be cause for alarm bells right there. Oh, I think about it. Maybe I'm not getting the other things because my slots are full. I thought those would like drop regardless of what my slots were. Maybe I was wrong. Can I have it? I'm Canadian. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is now, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Oh, we got 1 more minute to go. Oh god. It's so choppy. Aw, jeez. I really apologize for how things looking. And you're wondering, yeah, oh, okay, oh god. Music's cut out. Wait! Did it do this before, too? Is this deliberate? Yeah, no, I see the enemies are just, like, really exploding. I think this is, like, a deliberate reference to Balatro, where, you know, you reach a point where that one also kind of just... If you don't have, like, the stats needed, normally this is the part where you get overrun, you know, you don't hit 30, and that's that. I think with our current setup, we might actually hit 30 minutes. At that point, death comes and finishes us off. And we'll probably get something for hitting 30 minutes. Yep, there we go. And yeah, we're just gonna cash out. Take our 1600. Hey, look at that. Character. Yep, the Inferno Latro is now available as a drop. And we got Canio, the next the Ante Chamber character, so pretty cool. I'm going to cry. There's another person at the door. It's 1:30 in the morning. Please, I beg, no more. I mean, it's okay to turn the lights off, right? I imagine that's like, is that a universal signal? Because I know around my area, you only go to places that have the porch lights on, right? If they're off, then they're not participating, and you don't knock on their doors. It's just a polite thing to do. My delivery soda is all gone. Now it's just melted ice. Still fine, but I'm running low on that too. Okay. Don't know how many more runs we'll do. Maybe 1 or 2. Using skip when leveling up has a chance to trigger a servotot. Oh, serverot. Serverot draft. Alright, I'm done. Any kid that comes to this door is going to get mentally and physically traumatized due to the jump scare. Is turning off the lights to indicate, like, you're kind of done, like, a thing where you are? Yeah, you'll still have, like, some folks who decide to knock on the door even in places that have the lights off because they can. But I don't know what that weapon is. Oh, the lights have been off for 2 hours. Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh! Friends survivors. Is this gonna be like their catch-all for like your singleton tracks, right? I wonder if this means they're planning on just like more smaller size expansions like this, huh? Something along the lines of Ante Chamber where they give like a handful of characters and weapons, maybe a stage. Probably be a good way to get more crossovers in there, right? That aren't just like your big crossovers like Castlevania and Contra. Although I hope they have like those as well. Guess people are just stupid around here. I'm pretty sure the lights are off. I'm pretty sure they're not giving you candy. Yeah. Well, hopefully things will peter out after a certain point. Okay, let's get in here. Let's do another run. I'm sure the stuff I'm picking up really isn't helping matters. I'm sure if I wanted to, like, maybe change this up, I should just, like, pick a lesser effect, right? Stop picking the Darkanas that will let me just spiral things out of control. Since we did, like, reach the end of Ante Chamber and, well, nothing happened, I think we kind of see what it do now, right? So we should be fine if we just pick like a regular Arcana, like this one. Okay. In fact, that is pretty much like an out-of-control seltzer bottle, right? You shake the thing, throw it on the ground, and just like watch it fly out of control. Turn that into a weapon. Although, you know, it's also a Joker and Balatro. It's like one of those temporary effects, right? You get a substantial effect, but it goes down and eventually becomes useless, so at that point you just want to sell it off. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty fun. We have an old van that doesn't run anymore, but we decided to keep it just to put free candy on it and a couple of fake blood stains just to have it in the driveway. Yeah, there you go. Gives a little atmosphere. And that's fear with an F-E-A-R. So does the seltzer item have the same unlock condition as the Infernal Latro, or is it something else? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Make sure I get this right. Oh yeah, it's the same deal. Oh, okay. It looks like every Ante Chamber weapon requires the coin options passive at max level. So, okay, that tracks. Alright. Well, that's nice at least. I guess you come into this stage and you automatically get it. And you still have a passive slot open, so it's pretty cool. Pretty sure if we ended up driving that around, we would probably get arrested. Yeah. You didn't get this car inspected. Can I see registration? Oh, what's that? You don't have registration. Oh, wait, no, that's a chest. Let's get this one. Optical shot. That one's from Castlevania. Albus mode. Out of all the alternate modes they had in like a Castlevania game, that was probably my favorite. It was definitely like the kind of mode that only works because it was on the DS. I'm not sure how they work that in Dominus collection, but I'm sure it's an unfortunately hampered version of it solely because of the limitations of the platforms it's on now. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I mean, I just got my brother to record a video with just the sound to act like we're screaming at each other, arguing about what we're gonna do for the next kid. And I said we need to kidnap the next kid, and my brother said, no, you're stupid, we need to put it in the garage, put him in the car, and bring him into the middle of the woods. Now that is recording. Anytime someone knocks him, I'll just play it. There you go. Hopefully that won't spiral out of control. Another knock on the door. I mean, if the lights are off, you are free to just, like, not answer. You can just park your ass in your seat. They'll get the message eventually. And if they don't, well... hopefully you have measures in place for that. The recording worked. Well, there you go. This map does show me where the servitors are, so maybe I'll make my way towards them. Huh. All I heard 10 seconds after playing the recording, or heard someone sprinting down the driveway. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's always the fun part. When you just hear the faint sounds, then you can kind of just guess what happened from there. Like, hey, they totally beat feet. Alright, gotta go to bed. Hopefully my brother doesn't hijack my phone and start putting random stuff in the Twitch chat. Don't know why that yeah, of course you auto-correct, but yeah, have yourself a good rest. Thanks for hanging out, Planet Lord. Is the weekend. Bye! Bye! Have a good stream, thank you. If I wanted to, I could just check out all 4 balatro characters, since I know the evolution method now. Right, as long as I max out the coin shot option here and their starting weapon, probably good to go, right? Candy has something shiny in it. It's special. Do not eat it. Joking. Or just kidding. Just kidding. Do not. Yeah. I actually made a joke about that on Twitter and Blue Sky. Right. People do that to me. We're like, oh no, you gotta check your candy. I opened my candy and found X inside, and X is usually something ridiculous, right? I did a play on the razors joke, but instead of a razor, it's a razor boomerang from Magic the Gathering. Haha, I get it. It's like Razor, except it's a magic card. Because I'm a card mage. I do the card stuff, so that's what that. You get it? You get it? Check your candy. I opened up my sticker bar and found a bomb. Oh no! If by bomb do you mean the sugar explosion you're gonna get when you consume the Snickers bar? A literal hand grenade. Alright. And then they expect you to believe that. And there's more believable stories you can go for that in that regard. I do wonder. Will we see a 2.0 update to Ante Chamber maybe? To just add the rest of the legendary jokers as playable characters? Or are they just gonna stick with these 4? I mean, they've already set a precedent, right? They're willing to go back to old expansions and give them a little bit more, right? like it did with Castlevania. Or maybe people will assume Castlevania is a special circumstance because you know, it's like a Vampire Survivors direct inspiration, so of course they're gonna expand that out. But what if they did that to others as well? It's definitely real, but I found uranium in my chocolate. Oh no. Speaking of Sari bot. Yeah, good night. Good night. Good night, good night, good night. Okay, with my boost. So these other things, right? Some of these cars just have like downsides that make me go, oh, do I really want that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that, boss. Yeah, is anyone planning on doing any sort of post-holiday or post-Halloween shopping? I already said I am, right? Tomorrow, I'm gonna at least go to one store, right, and see what they have. They sell Halloween stuff, so they'll most likely have some stuff left over. And it's gonna be like the day right after, so I should at least have a good chance of getting some pretty decent stuff. I'll say, like, what, the year before, Halloween was on a Saturday, right? I remember going out to the store like maybe 2 days later, and I was still able to get something decent out of it. So, like, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. I'll be fine. I'll probably be able to make out with a decent candy haul tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Why is the clock ticking? Why is the beeping? Why does it smell like explosive? What I really need to do, though, I should probably eventually try to do it, but I need to get like a new tote bag. Because I use, like, reusable bags whenever I go out shopping, right? And this, like, helps save some materials, and they're pretty durable, and I can, like, carry things back and forth pretty nicely, right? But the ones I have currently are starting to wear out, so I probably should get some new ones soon. Wouldn't be too hard to, like, go out in the store and just, like, buy some there. What I really want is like a extra large reusable bag, because that one I have currently is pretty large, and it's what I used to like carry some heavier groceries. I want to at least get like one of those so I can continue hauling larger groceries around, right, and not be like all awkward and stuff. Hey, doesn't the clock count? Count up, I imagine, instead of down. Boom! Yeah. Why is it going to 0? That means it's about to hit midnight, right? Right, no, it's a 24-hour clock, so that means it's a new day when it goes 0000. Want to go to sleep on my stream is very addicting. Well, I know what usually happens to me, right? Sometimes when I'm just like lying in bed, like doing stuff on my phone. Eventually I'll just like wake up, right? I'll just realize, I've been sleeping, and oh wow, it's morning now. Oh, I must have fallen asleep at some point. That's usually what happens to me if I ever just browse on my phone in bed. I'll eventually like wake up and realize it's the next day. Not too bad when it's a weekend, but maybe on weekdays. That might get troublesome depending on when I wake up. start upgrading Outer Saboteur. Very appropriate that the passive we get is called Outer Saboteur, considering they kind of just like, insert themselves into our inventory here. I assume there'll be just like a regular option that you can pick outside of this level. It's just like, that's a special gimmick of this level. You just get saddled with an Outer Saboteur if you start in Ante Chamber. Most of the time I'll just take my phone and leave it on my dresser because I will not be able to get up and get it because I physically will not be able to, so that's a genius idea. I should do that by you're going on my dresser and getting turned off. There you go. Right, you start gotta like doing those sorts of tricks, right? To kind of just like psychologically get yourself into whatever mode you need to be in. You know, I used to do that with waking up, right? I had like a brief period where I would like maybe put my phone on my desk, which is like a considerable amount away from my bed, so that I wouldn't be tempted to just like keep browsing it long after I should be asleep. But for some reason, right, because I also use my phone as my alarm, I would just like end up sleeping through my alarms. And that started being a problem. So I've started putting my phone near me again so that I would actually hear the alarm so that I can wake up on time. It's been working out okay so far, as long as I remember to put my phone on the surface nearby before I go to sleep. I think if I like fall asleep holding my phone, I just subconsciously smack the turn off the alarm button whenever it starts blaring. Time for another Arcana! Maybe, no. Let's just, this one. Feeding frozen enemies gives bonus max health recovery and growth. Triggers an Orologion when health reaches a critically low level. We're getting a lot of those time, we're getting a good amount of those time clocks, so this will be fine. Pretty synergistic with that one other Arcana that freezes enemies, huh? There you go, you just like grab weapons that get you their freeze effect, like the Clock Lance, and that works out too. Okay, I need like 3 more levels on the Outer Invader before this can start popping off. Okay, yeah. I said I was gonna do 3, but maybe I'll just do like 1 more after this, right? Can leave some as like maybe for the player to discover, you know? Cause it's free, right? If you own Vampire Survivors, you can just get this. Go to your store of choice and then you know, download the DLC, and boom, Balatro crossover inserted into your game. And you can also get Emerald Diorama while you're there, because that's also free. I did ask before, what other crossovers do you think would work out? What other crossovers would you want to see Vampire Survivors have? Like, I think everything Balatro crossed over with, or sorry, everything Vampire Survivors crossed over with probably has a pretty reasonable chance of showing up in this game, so this is actually pretty crazy, right? Because, you know the game 2 Point Museum that has a Vampire Survivors content in it now? So you can get like Vampire Survivors exhibits and guests kind of roaming the museum, so I would not be surprised if we saw like some 2 Point content in the future. As for like other games, I mean, Shovel Knight would probably be a pretty good one, right? Imagine everyone would be pretty amused by it, considering, you know, Shovel Knight. Like if you're doing like indie game crossover, I feel like Shovel Knight usually shows up some way or another. So that'd be pretty funny and maybe expected. People are like, yeah, you know, it was only a matter of time, right? They do a Shovel Knight crossover. Dave the Diver might be another funny one. I could see them doing some, having a lot of things they could kind of jump off of with that. Haven't I gone to get the other server packs? Maybe we should do that. I'm glad they at least mark them on the map. As for others, this is a personal desire, but I think Rivals of Aether might be a fun one too. The characters there are already kind of built for fighting, so I feel like, I guess the challenge there would be like figuring out what sort of passive items and weapons that each one would have. That might be the thing. As for big name crossovers, I think I saw some people say, what about Final Fantasy? That might work out. There's a lot of history to draw from there. Certainly could do like something on the level of Ode to Castlevania, or maybe even bigger. In fact, that might be something to divide into several parts even, right? Like maybe Final Fantasy Part 1 that focuses on the early games, and Final Fantasy Part 2 that focuses on like the middle era, and maybe a final part that focuses on like the current era. I feel like given how many Final Fantasy games there are out there, they probably have to like stick with the mainline series. Alright, mainline series, and then maybe some of the best spin-offs, so that you don't leave out like Tactics, for example. Okay. Down, down. Balatro things at level 9, so good shot of evolving now. Oh, there it is. There's our boss. I do like the bosses are just like straight up the blinds, right? They're just the blinds being carried by the bats, because they normally don't move by themselves. Alright, we'll go ahead and break them for now. Get the evolved form of the Fibonacci Fizz. There we go. Will this be the one? Yes, it's the one. Royal Flush. Evolved Fibonacci Spirits have this 55% chance to fire 1, 2, 3, or 5 other weapons? Like we own? That's probably it, right? They just pop off more. Haha, look at that. Just get ourselves a little bit of a whirlpool effect with the card suits. Oh, and the bubble's going inwards too. There's that. Okay, I'll walk quite a ways if I want to get to the other Serpenton packs. One of the balatro character's abilities specifically references those packs. Is that must be a thing that is specific to Ante Chamber. And if it is it exclusive to balatro and the Ante Chamber characters in Noble, or is that something we can unlock for other levels too? Now I think about it. To say they did like a bunch of Konami crossovers, what if they did like some more? What if they did like Yu-Gi-Oh? so they have like a bit of a cards theme going here too. What if they just like did duel monsters or something, right? Let us play as a whole bunch of duel monsters. I would like to see how they would work that. Just looking around the edges to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything here. Oh, okay. I was about to get a bit too low for that Serpenton pack there. Alright, I'm getting another Evo. I know, just another level. Okay. Plenty of levels here to get. All I have to do is go west a few times. I think I can go down though. Interesting setup, right? The way this loop is set up, you have at least like one big area that's kind of like a dead end if you're looking to travel. But once you get like the lay of the land, it's not too hard to kind of navigate this place and go whichever direction you want to go. What's this guy's move speed? Oh, plus 10. Man! I'm so used to higher move speeds that plus 10% feels absolutely glacial. Jeez Louise. Okay. Go west here. That's the thing with Vampire Survivors is when it comes to crossovers, anything's in the air, right? They can cross over with anything. They've already proven that several times over, right? Started with Among Us, and they did Castlevania and Contra and Saga, and now Balatro. You really can't predict like what games they'll cross over because they could do anything, any series, any franchise. It's all up in the air. There's really no limits, right? Anyone's guess is as good as anyone else's. At this point, it's just like basically a wish list, right? This is like, I hope Vampire Survivors crosses over with my favorite stuff, right? And it'd be just as valid as anyone else's, right? Just have to wait and see, right? Just gotta wait and see what Vampire Survivors has coming. They're doing the VTuber thing. They got big things coming. And they usually do have big things coming. I mean, their roadmaps are any indication. They usually have big things coming. Actually, we're close to die. Alright, what's around here? What's around here? Is it on the other side, maybe? Not specifically looking to die. Should be another card pack. We're at the 2/3 point. There must be like some sort of sound tech going on in the background too, so that way you don't have like too many sounds overlapping and just having the volume just like go absolutely crazy. As people usually say, right, game is made of many, many moving parts. It's usually a minor miracle that any of them get to the finish line at all, usually. It'd be pretty wild. Okay, I want to get the thing that freezes. There we go. I literally have nothing in my arsenal that freezes. Perfect. Okay, I think it's fine if I get this now. I won't be too overbearing now. Okay. We want those certain guys here too. I'm sure the Vampire Survivors wiki has an article all on that. Tell us what all the cars do, what all the additions are, and how the effects distribution works. Either the additional effects are randomized or the addition kind of affects like what sort of additional effects each one gets. Now it sounds like a mouthful and confusing, but I assure you that it probably makes sense. There's a whole risk element to it too. Gotta be mindful of that, right? Make sure you're picking up something good, because the enemies are gonna be a bit tougher to compensate. That period where he just magnetized a bunch of experience to us and was like, level. I just want to see with so many levels, it's unreal. Ah, there we go. It's time to get our stat boost, baby. Let's get the dragon one. And here we'll get that one. Size boost. Oh, okay. Wow, okay, so that's what those blue hearts are. Just extra health, extra recovery, extra everything out the wazoo. Whenever I get those clocks, I'm gonna get a sharp increase to my stats. At least in that regard, so. It's kind of insane, really. I think those power-ups can be affected by your stats too. I'm pretty sure those alternate. They just alternate between growth, recovery, and health, the tiniest amounts. But, yeah, you pick up the right things and it adds up. Much like most of the things here, it quickly spiral out of control. I think that's the name of the game now, right? Just like give many paths to just like go spiral out of control, right? Make that number go super high. Watch all the enemies fall to your might. The reason why they call them, sometimes they call them the bullet heaven, right? Not just for survival. Sometimes they're the ones who are needing to survive. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, let's get Ice Fang. A good quick source of freezing. If I get the Arcana chest. Why not? Let's see where I'm at. 239 health, 0.03 recovery. Okay. Wait. About 242. I was gonna say, is that effect temporary or is it permanent? It makes sense if it were temporary. But I think it would be fine if it were also permanent. $255, yeah, must be fine. Or it could just like have the health spiral out of control if you get like the right combination of freezing stuff, right? Alright, 5 more minutes. pretty sure that crackly sound is from Ice Fang now. That's no longer from me picking up all the little blue hearts. Are these bosses consistent, or could they possibly like have different symbols as well? Dayblade. Try and go over to that big area and get all the blue hearts in there. Where we at? 289 health. Wait, what's our recovery? 1.28, and the other one was growth 113. What is that? Meal. Oh, evolved wine glass. Okay. Soul Food Field deals revival-based damage to unrefined pallets. That's not something you see often, right? A weapon that scales off a revival? What? It's the damage meta, right? If you want to make the other stuff viable, give them some way to hurt the enemies, because that's what people are usually looking for, right? Some way to hurt old enemies. Alright, what should I get here? I'll only get something that's like too overbearing. So I see, it's called Nane Inferno. Makes sense. Considering the number that you see up here in Balatro when you kind of hit that area is Nane. It's funny, despite the overall time limit being like 30 minutes, because of all the pausing and other stuff that can happen, it might end up taking more than that. Oh, guy is still on health. But it's okay, we have the deal ticket, so this guy's health should go back up, and even if it doesn't, well, it doesn't matter too much. They're not meant to survive the stage. I could probably just like park my ass in one place and just wait it out. No, you just wait it out until for the end. Oh no, wait. You can just wait it out till the inevitable end, right? So I'm being super careful where I walk. Thankfully, they don't hurt as much because I did get a bunch of health upgrades, but still gotta be mindful, right? So pay attention. Oh, okay. Even though I have not picked up curse, at least I've been trying to actively avoid this like letting things spiral out of control. It seems like they're spiraling out of control. Let's see, what was my curse amount? Oh, it's nothing. Okay. Yeah, it's just naturally escalates, right? It's like how balatro, after you get into like the endless mode, the targets just kind of increase exponentially, right? It's at that point, right? You're able to can usually get to 8 at the good variety build, but if you want to go beyond 8, you want to hit 12 to get the remaining stuff, or you're gonna need something a bit more specific, right? And you need to start looking outside at jokers to really let your score hit the stratosphere there. You know, just like Balatro, you eventually reach the point where, well, as much as you want to continue, well, you can't. The mechanics of the game just don't let you. It's like how in this game, the enemy amounts will eventually spiral to a point where most builds will not normally see the end. Like, even if you do, well, you hit the 30-minute time limit and you're dead anyway. Just that nice reference to the original Balatro game. You might not even get there. Out everything. So now it's just coins, 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 coins. Wait. Rosa. Oh, right, because we got the one thing. Right, the one card pack that just gives us this. Speaking of which, we only got 2 of those packs. Might be enough time to get 1 more. We might not make it, though. We might not make it. Depends on if get there before the enemies overwhelm us. Maybe having a bit more of an invincibility weapon will, invincibility window, I mean, will help us out. No, we're already there. We're already spiraling. Can't move anymore. Too strong, too many. Too fast, too strong. Too fast, too strong. I think that's like a song from Sonic Rush. The soundtrack for that game was rather unique. I mean, in that the guy who did the Jet Set Radio soundtracks did the soundtrack for the game, so went to the different kind of feel. It was pretty neat. We never did like 2 Sonic Rush games. Given that was like a DS specific thing, I doubt we're gonna get any more. Which is fine. They can make other Sonic games. It's not like we got stuck with some old sub-series, right? Otherwise, people would be clamoring for adventure. I mean, some people are clamoring for more adventure, but, well, probably not gonna get it. Okay, we're actually gonna hit the 30-minute time limit. Huh. Okay. Take me! The Reaper's trying to get to me. I was like, excuse me, coming through, I gotta go and assassinate this Joker here. Alright, yeah, we'll cash out. There we go! Fibonacci Spritz is now in the pool, and now we have, Chicot. That's how you pronounce that, right? Okay. Well, I know I said I was gonna do 1 more, but I think no. I'm maybe a little spent, so maybe we'll leave it there, right? 2 more characters, but as I said before, Ante Chamber is free to own. So if you have Vampire Survivors, well, you can just grab this and you can just start playing it right away. You can see what the other 2 are made of, right? That has been a pretty good look at Ante Chamber, and some other stuff here too, right? They have more of the Castlevania stuff if you own that, and you know, your regular set of free original updates as well. So a bit more to chew into here. Man, Vampire Survivors, it's the gift that keeps on giving, right? Even if you get all the expansions, right? The base game and all the expansions now. Still an exceedingly affordable game, right? And even if you don't want any of the DLC, right? If you don't want to buy any of the extra DLC, then you're getting yourself like an insanely cheap, insanely affordable, insanely packed game at its base, right? With all the free updates they have for the base, there's certainly no lack of things to do there. See the bundle. Let me see the all DLC plus OST bundle. Alright, base price, that's 5. Plus another 5, that's 10. Oh, wait, no, the $3 is the soundtrack. Okay, 5, 7, 9, 11.50, 14, $17. If you want to buy the game and the and all the paid DLC, $17, and it's also $3 for a soundtrack. So if you want the complete package, that's $20. About the price of an indie game these days, right? And it's a jam-packed one too, right? Lots of things to go through, and you got a pretty kick-ass soundtrack on top of that. So win-win, right? And very nice, very affordable. Okay, let me. Oh, I alt tabbed as if that was gonna do anything here. Okay, we're gonna go back to chat. I'm gonna put my